Hey guys, how are you? I want to start bringing you more of these videos where I present to you with some legal tips, things I think you should be including in the contract language for your BRRRR project. So if you don't know me, my name's Adam Jason. I'm a professional attorney, also a BRRRR investor for the last 10 years, founder of BRRRRinvest.com. And my goal is to help you put yourself in the strongest position possible with the legal contracts you're entering with your property managers, contractors, tenants, everybody that you need to make your BRRRR investing, your real estate portfolio a success. So I'm going to start bringing you guys some videos on a weekly basis, hopefully at least weekly, and some things, some action steps that you can take, language that you can include in the documents that you're using to really drive your cash flow, strengthen your position with the people that you're working with, put some more money in your pocket, and put your business, your BRRRR investing more on autopilot. So here's the one I want to get into today. Here's the issue you face. Something you may have seen, something you may have heard about, a situation you may have had with a tenant. Situation: you have a tenant required to pay their utilities and the tenant either doesn't pay them or does not change the utilities over to their name with the title company. How can you address this in your lease agreement and use it as a benefit to drive additional cash flow? So let's say your agreement says the tenant is going to pay the water, and they're not paying you, or they don't call the utility company to make sure the bills are in their name and they're coming to you, so that you're end up paying them on their behalf. How do you deal with that, and how can actually you use that to an advantage to you to drive some additional cash flow? So that's the situation we find ourselves in. Let's take a look at how I handle it in my own portfolio, and you can do so as well. The solution, as you think about, maybe it's not with this tenant that you have now, but for future tenants, an amendment that you make to the lease agreement with your current tenant, you want to make sure that you're covering this in a legal manner, which gives you the ability to basically charge for the fact that you're giving somebody a loan because you're paying these bills on their behalf, you're covering them. I do it with a penalty fee. You're going to see the benefits of that. This is the language I have in all the contracts, all the lease agreements that I have with my tenants. Case where landlord makes any payment to maintain any utilities or service which tenant is responsible for under the lease, which we've said they are, landlord shall automatically be entitled to the repayment of such amount. So that's going to come out of the deposit or in the form of a repayment, plus a penalty amount equal to 10% of each payment made. So if you're paying 10%, or if you're paying $200 a month so that your tenant can get utilities, you should be making $220 a month, essentially, coming back to you through the repayment of the 200 plus a 10% bonus. What does that do? What drives up your monthly ROI pretty impressively. So if you're putting 200 up a month to pay the tenant's utilities, charging 10%, you're driving another $20 in extra cash flow per property. If we just take a look at that and say, what's the return on my investment? You're basically talking about 120% on your capital annually, because every month it's another 10%, 10%, 10%. So simple contract language that you might not other have. If you didn't have this, you wouldn't have the right to be charging somebody extra for something like that. So you want to include these language. Think about the situations that can come up in advance. Put the language in your contract so that when they do come up, if you have to deal with them, you have to deal with them. If nothing happens, nothing is required to be done. But if you are dealing with this, making payments on behalf of somebody else, as investors and business owners, we're not in the business of giving short-term loans to people and dealing with that situation. So you should be capitalizing on it. Include a provision there that you think is fair, 5, 10%. But this is the kind of language you should have in your contract, and it's going to put more money in your pocket on a monthly basis, and rightfully so. You're covering expenses that somebody else has agreed to pay for. Would this improve your next lease agreement? I think you have two options. Take a look at this video, type it word for word into your next contract, and it helps you. If you don't want to think about these kind of things and you're saying, oh, okay, I just want the contracts that have these, I can sign them and we're ready to go, Come get access to our deal analysis, legal solution at BRRRR.com, specifically crafted contracts for BRRRR investors by myself. I'm an attorney, 10-year BRRRR investor, currently partner and head legal counsel for a real estate investment firm. So I've been doing this for a while for a lot of clients, made a lot of people a lot of money, and built a strong portfolio myself doing this. Get the same lease agreement you can use over and over again that contains the language we talked about today, and all the other investor-friendly provisions you need to take care of your BRRRR projects, take your investing to the next level. Make sure you have the rent escalator provisions. Make sure you are incentivizing and penalizing your contractors correctly. Make sure you're getting the benefits that should come to you working with property manager, where your fees are going down as your portfolio grows. It's all there for you. We try to take the thinking out of it, and all of these provisions, legal provisions, are based on my own experience and the situations that, some good, some bad, I've seen in advance, and crafted the legal language around it for you. Here's just a quick image from the website to show you the contracts that we have that you can leverage: construction contract, contractor scope of work, property manager, lease agreement. Big trick of the game when it comes to BRRRR investing is thinking about the issues that can come up, planning for them in advance. Big way to do that is through the legal contracts that you enter, and always saying, hey, if I'm providing a benefit, there should be one coming back to me as well. So that's our legal tip for the week. Hope you guys liked the video. Send me any messages, comments, thoughts you have. You can find me at adam.j@BRRRRinvest.com. Hope you check us out at BRRRRinvest.com, and you can leave any comments in the video wherever it is that you may see this. I appreciate your time. I'll be back with another video next week, and love to hear about you and your investing, and let's do a bunch of projects together. Thanks so much, and have a great week.